Today, we're going to talk about Spanish attitude. So, what are the known attitudes of Spaniards? Spanish people are known to be friendly, kind, much more laid back, and is a little different to other Western European countries. You will probably find Spaniards to be less worried and more relaxed than you are used to. They tend to enjoy life to the fullest. They love to dance and is very fond of music. They also like to meet friends and drink, enjoy the good weather, good food, and parties. They also are cheerful, hospitable, and very funny. So you're most definitely not going to get bored if you spend time with Spaniards. Another characteristic of them is that they are active and extremely proud of the region where they came from. Personal character and integrity are highly valued traits, as is modesty. So in order to fully understand their attitudes, it is necessary to take part in social events and understand their habits, attitude, and traditions. I am not so familiar with their attitudes, but based on my research, I can tell that they are not so different with us, Filipinos.
Spanish art is internationally renowned for being diverse, innovative, and exciting, with many pieces embodying that timeless quality which leaves the viewers awestruck time and again. In other words, kilala ang sining ng Spain sa buong mundo dahil sa pagiging kakaiba at malikain na mga artists sa Spain and their artworks. Next is about the drama culture of Spain. Words, voices, and movement. Stage performance has been and still is a fundamental part of the expression of the country and its people. To understand ang kanilang pagtatanghal sa entablado ay naging mahalagang parte ng kultura of their country. At isa sa mga way nila na pag-express sa country at sa mga people. Another important part of the culture in Spain is music. People from Spain love music. Music has a long history. It has played an important role in the development of Western music and has greatly influenced the Latin American music. Sa madaling salita, mahilig sila sa music at dahil nga naging part na ng kultura nila yon, mahalaga yung nagampanan nito sa pagdevelop ng Western music at pag-impluensya sa Latin American music.
Spain is the healthiest country in the world, according to the Bloomberg Healthiest Country Index. The Spanish diet is rich in seafood. In the countryside, vegetable and meats are valued in broths, soups, and stews. Over the centuries, Spanish food has gained elements from the different cultures: Phoenicians, Greeks, Romans, and Arabs. In short, Spanish gained knowledge from these countries. One of the strongest influence is the Moorish. Moorish influence came rice, cultivation, combination of fruits and nuts with meat and fish, as well as saffron, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Example of Spanish food: Paella Valenciana. Paella is perhaps the most famous Spanish dish of all, and certainly one of the most obvious authentic paella originates from the region around Valencia. It features seafood, sausage, chicken, and saffron, the essential spice of the dish, because of the color it adds to the dish and the flavor it brings out in the dish. Second, gazpacho. This tomato-based Andalusian soup is most famous for being served cold. This can be quite a shock for those who aren't expecting it, but in the searing heat of Seville summer, the attraction becomes clear. Its principal ingredients, aside from tomato, are peppers, garlic, bread, and lots of olive oil. Third, hamon. Hamon or cured ham is the most celebrated Spanish food product. Legs of ham were traditionally salted and hung up to dry to preserve them through long winter months. Jamon serrano is the most common kind and comes from white pigs. The most expensive is jamon iberico, comes from black pigs.
The religion most practiced is Catholicism, and this is highlighted by important popular festivals, such as during Holy Week. Other religions practiced in Spain are Islam, Judaism, Protestantism, and Hinduism, which have their own places of worship that you can find on the Ministry of Justice search engine. According to the Spanish Center of Sociological Research, 57.6% of Spanish citizens self-identify as Catholics. 38.7% define themselves as not practicing, while 18.9% as practicing. 2.8% as followers of other faiths, including Islam, Protestant, Christianity, Buddhism, and etc. And 38.1% identify as atheists. 38.9% agnostics or non-believers, 13.6% as of January 2022. Today, culturally and politically, contemporary Spain is not particularly Catholic. Constitutionally, the government is committed to a separation of church and state. In practice, Catholicism has had a favored status in history. Catholic politics seep to the surface regularly here. For example, there are arguments about abortion, which is legal here, or gay marriage, which is also legal here. Sa madaling salita, sinasabi rito na ang pinakamataas na porsyento ng nakagawian nilang relihiyon ay Katoliko, at may iba rin silang kinagawian tulad ng Islam, Judaism, Protestantism at Hinduism. Sinasabi rin nila na hindi particularly Catholic ang mga taga-Spain dahil illegal sa kanila ang pag-abort ng bata o pagpapalaglag at legal rin sa kanila ang same-sex marriage o pagpapakasal ng may parehas na kasarian. Kumbaga dito sa Pilipinas, Katoliko talaga ang ating relihiyon dahil hindi pwede sa atin ang pagpapalaglag ng bata at pagpapakasal ng may kaparehas na kasarian dahil sa mata ng Diyos ito ay mali.
The Spaniards are friendly, kind and active, especially if compared to the majority of Europeans. They like to meet friends for a drink, enjoy the good weather, good food, and parties. The Spaniards like to go out to dancing, but not all dance flamenco. Ang mga Kastila ay palakaibigan, mabait at aktibo, lalo na kung ihahambing sa karamihan ng mga European. Gusto nilang makipagkita sa mga kaibigan para sa inuman, i-enjoy ang magandang panahon at ang masarap na pagkain.
Here are some rituals from Spain. Bullfighting. Bullfighting is a fight between a bull and a human. Bullfighting is a controversial and important part of Spanish culture. It is not really a fight or a sport, thus it is classified as a performing art. A bullfight is always held in a round-shaped arena or venue called Plaza de Toros. Las Ventas is the home to a bullfighting museum, where you can trace the history of the tradition. La Tomatina. La Tomatina is an annual tomato throwing festival. This occurs in the Valencian town of Buñol, wherein it is baked bread with scotch tomatoes during La Tomatina on the last Wednesday of August. Everyone gathers and an hour-long fight ensues, with tomatoes being smashed before they are thrown to limit injuries. This mess, as you can imagine, is unbelievable, but it is cleared away by fire truck hoses and bonus. The citric acid in the tomatoes actually gives everything an extra thorough clean. Lastly, flamenco dance. Flamenco dance is a highly expressive Spanish dance form. This is an art that explores the deepest feelings such as pain, love, and many more. It is a solo dance characterized by hand clapping, percussive footwork, and intricate hand, arm, and body movements. This dance is usually accompanied by a singer and guitar player. Flamenco music and dance were performed in the privacy of Spanish homes before being performed outside cafes and public spaces in the 18th century.
Hi, I'm Matt, and this is what I know about the customs of Spain. First of all, what is the custom of culture? Customs can be defined as something that is a fixed pattern of behavior in society, which has been set for over the years. Customs are framed in accordance with the various dimensions of human behavior that have been prescribed by society. It's said that this is behavior in a country where it has taken the form of new generation, and the customs I will bring to your attention are Spain. There are a lot of customs in Spain, but those I will share are popular in the country of Spain. What I'm going to tell you about Spanish customs is their usual reception. When Spanish women greet, the common thing they do is to kiss from the left cheek to right cheek. In formal settings, you may refer to someone using their professional or personal titles. For example, Señor for men and Señora for women. Some Spanish men may put their left hand on other person's right forearm when shaking hands to indicate they are one.
The Spanish language of Spain has a rich heritage and a long history of evolution that over centuries has developed into the many variations of Spanish that exist today throughout the world. Castilian Spanish is the official national language of Spain. The Basque language, Euskera, Galician, and Catalan are clear examples of regional language that exist in Spain which contribute to the rich cultural diversity that the country celebrates. The official language of Spain is Spanish, or rather Castellano, and it is understood everywhere in the country. More often than not, the people of Spain refer to their language as Castellano rather than Espanol because the latter can be any of the other languages spoken in the country. At least 90% of the population speak Castilian Spanish as a first or second language. About 17% of population speak Catalan, 7% speak Galician, and 2% speak Basque.
Hi everyone, my name is Prince and I would like to share you some of I know about Spain cultural beliefs. You know, the Spain is a southwestern European country located between France and Portugal. It borders the North Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, occupying roughly 85% of the Iberian Peninsula. Each regions or states of Spain has a unique cultural identity that residents are very proud of. One finds that many of the things thought of as distinctively Spanish often have a local or original region. For example, like the flamenco style of music and dance originated in Andalusia in southern Spain. Despite the diversity of Spanish culture, the country has also a strong unifying national identity. The culture is famous for having a strong social dimension, with many fiestas and it's called celebrations, punctuating the year, etc. And this is my explanation. Based sa binasa ko, alam naman natin ng Spain ay one of the southwestern European country tulad ng sinabi ko kanina. At pinapaligiran siya ng dalawang magkalapit na bansa, ito ay ang France at Portugal. At kabilang dito, nasasakop din yan ng Spain ang North Atlantic Ocean at Mediterranean Sea. Actually, ang Spain ay may kinikimkim na 85% o 85% ng Iberian Peninsula. In each region or states ay may unique culture na taglay. Meron ding magkakaibang tradisyon dahil dito ang bawat tao o residente ng bansa ay sobrang pinagmamalaki nila itong kulturang ito. At isa pa sa pinakauli ay yung tinatawag nilang flamenco style katulad ng sinabi ko kanina sa may last part. Ito yung music tradition ng Spain. Kumbaga music ito na mayroong kasamang sayaw, parang collaboration with music and dance. At nanggagaling ito sa Andalusia o Southern Spain. At maliban sa kultura nila na about music and dance, meron din silang tinatawag na fiesta. Like our own Filipino tradition, meron din tayong fiesta na tinatawag dito sa Pilipinas. At sa kanila, ang fiesta ay isang celebration o parang isang event. At dito naman sa atin sa Pilipinas ay ang fiesta tinatawag nating party or parang malaking sayawan na magaganap o event. At yun lang po at maraming salamat po.